Heidi-ho neighbors, Radio Goji here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. When we left off, we entered the Chugoku region, because that's where the bad guys said that they were headed, and we found the first of Sasuke's batteries. We will find the second of Sasuke's batteries up this way, and then we'll finally have Sasuke as a playable character. I say finally, but it's only part 12. I don't know how many parts this is going to be, but 12 is still a relatively small number for being at this point of this kind of game. We're more than halfway through the game, folks. Yeah, just going out and saying that. Now, first off, there actually was somebody in the coffee shop says that there's a battery here, but we can't really see it. Take a picture of it, it shows up at the top. I probably could have talked to the person while I was in the coffee shop, but I didn't think to. But like I said, I'm pretty much a treasure trove of knowledge about this game, so we don't really need to talk to people. We're going to be antisocial in this playthrough. And then just walk up the tree. And Sasuke's number 2 battery. And then Electro Shine Unite, apparently. I never saw the point of that. And he's fine. What the? Isn't that Ebisumaru? What in the world am I doing here? Hey, that's what I want to know. Your batteries were knocked out of place, and you just froze. That happened to me? Well, what happened? There seems to be a glitch in my memory circuit. I'm having trouble remembering. I must hurry and have my wise old man repair it. Sasuke, about your wise old man, well, there was an explosion that demolished his whole house, and he's gone missing since, well, with the explosion. What? Who would do such a thing? We believe that the frame rate's going to cut out. What do they believe? Oh, they believe it has something to do with the Peach Mountain guys we're after. My wise old man? Really? By guys with a crazy name like Peach Mountain? Grr, I'm going to crush those Peach Mountain guys. Let me go with you. And as a result, the mechanical ninja Sasuke joins forces with Goemon. Now, with the addition of Sasuke, doors with cracks in them can be destroyed by using Sasuke's Firecracker Bomb. Okay, so here's Sasuke. He, actually can't... He's very short, so he actually has to swim through this knee-deep water. But he, as I said before, he gives the illusion of running faster and jumping higher, because he does the little flip thing. His main weapon is a kunai, which he kind of uses as a sword, even though I'm fairly sure they're meant to be thrown like shurikens. At least as far as real ninjas use them. He also has bombs, which can also be charged and make bigger bombs. He also has air attacks. If he's crouched, you push B, it'll do a hair attack forward. If you hold down B and push Z, it'll do a hair attack upward. The hair attack in and of itself is not particularly useful. We can use it on him, I guess. There. We've gotten about as much use out of it as we're going to. Okay, I tell a lie. It actually is semi-useful for aerial enemies if you do it this way, or if you do it this way. But for the most part, I'm not going to be using it that much. It is a nice little thing to have, and I think it does kind of work towards Sasuke's appeal, because I really like Sasuke as a character. Because I think it's... I don't know. I think it's funny that there's a little robot running around doing this stuff, and He's the only one that has funny attacks like that. But in any case, I do like using Sasuke quite a bit. One thing that's kind of getting on my nerves about this is I mean to push C left, but it thinks I'm pushing C down. Gold Cat. Oh, I didn't mean to do it again. So yeah, like I said, he's got two of his weapons already, and his third weapon is going to come out in the next dungeon too. So there's a lot of character building with Sasuke pretty much from the get-go. There's the ones with the presents. We won't be seeing the fire ones until later. And there's another Silver Cat. So we got the 2 in B's end. Alright. Now we're going to start heading toward the third dungeon. Yeah, I know. We totally did a whole lot in the interim. In fact, the last video was like the only video in between. I guess if you count this one, it's like only 2 videos in between dungeons. It's like, yeah, like I said, the game does go by fairly quickly for an adventure game. And I guess it's a little more justified now that I can actually, if I skip everything, pretty much clear it in 3.5 hours. And I did get a few of the cats when I went through on my speedrun, mainly because they were in the way, but I never went out of my way to get cats. So I pretty much did beat the game with only 5 hearts. And it really wasn't that hard. Then again, I was actually playing on the N64, and I was a lot better with some of these jumps. And I only swapped characters when I really needed to. Alright, so let's go through Hagi and into Akio-Shidai. And Akio-Shidai is the way to the third dungeon. As I've said before. I know I repeat myself a lot, but that's just the way I am. Stretching my legs a bit there. Okay, so this is an expansive area here, but like Inaba, it's not really that big. It just seems that way because there's a long stretch of just running. Long stretches of me not talking, apparently. Sorry about that. Alrighty. So now we're in Shuhodo. At least according to that, which is just a, this is just a tunnel that leads directly to the Festival Temple Castle, which is the third dungeon. And the Festival Temple Castle is pretty unique in that, whereas most other castles are basically have floors, Festival Temple Castle is actually separated into north, south, east, and west sections. I think there's something behind here, wasn't there? Besides an enemy? Nothing worth getting. And this is why we need Sasuke to get in here, because we need the bomb. I'm going to go ahead and just save the game here. I don't really need to, but it's tradition, I guess. It's not like Final Fantasy Adventure where I can just, die at any time and have to reload and then forget that I saved. As you would have seen in the last 2 parts of Final Fantasy Adventure, I would have put up by the time I put this up. Or maybe even in the 4th. I haven't recorded the 4th part yet, but I will be putting up a 4th part tomorrow alongside this. Well, I'll be doing the editing and stuff for this after I'm done with that part of Final Fantasy Adventure. And then I'll be putting this up as I edit them. So it's basically, for me, it's going to be a long day of uploading and editing. Because I'm at part 12. This thing is still part 12. Yeah, it's still part 12. Of all the dungeons in the game, this is probably my least favorite. There are a lot of places that have some really trollish jumps and stuff in them, and I'm not particularly fond of them. I mean, it is still a pretty fun dungeon to go through. There's a lot of fun visuals with it. Just this particular dungeon is not my cup of tea. So before I go that way, I think I can... I'm going to look at some of the stuff in the first room, branching off the first room. So I don't remember if I need some of the items here yet, because the 2 main items we get are Sasuke's next weapon. I'm not going to outright say what it is yet, because kind of wanted to leave it as a surprise, I guess. There's another... We get 2 weapons here. One for Sasuke. We get Sasuke's 3rd weapon, and we get Ebisumaru's 3rd weapon, which is the aforementioned meat hammer. That's really, actually, very useless, but I'm going to get it anyway. I think in the speedrun I didn't even bother trying to get it, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, these stampy things, they will actually take a whole life. So it's not like a lot of pits that you fall down a pit, oh, you lose, I think it's just you lose, like, a heart. Or it might still be you lose a life, I don't remember. I haven't been fallen down a pit in a while. But, okay, we do need the 3rd weapon for this. But if those things crush you, you will lose a life. It will take a life away from you. I have learned this the hard way on many an occasion. So it is good to have extra lives just in case you get unlucky and one of those things crushes you. But I'm still going to stick to my guns on saying that extra lives, like, having 5 lives is still very, very redundant. You may have seen the last shop we went into actually sold surprise packs. I am not going to be buying those at all. If I see one laying around, I'll pick it up, sure. I mean, it's better than to let it go to waste, I guess. And, you know, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. But, yeah, see? Falling down a pit, half a heart. Getting crushed by one of those things, 1 life. But yeah, if I see a surprise pack laying around, I'll pick it up, but I'm not going to waste money on buying one. That's just out of the question. And I'm surprised I spent so much money on actually buying armor in past playthroughs. I guess I just wanted to... Well, I mean, they have it in the game, so I may as well use it, but... for this particular playthrough, I'm not going to worry about it. An elephant, I think, is right here. The music's speeding up a bit. What part of the castle am I in? Am I in the west end of the castle? I'm in the east. I'm mainly just keeping a mental note of exactly where I am in the castle because I have the cats in the castle written down by section that they're in. And there is one in the east side of the castle, but I will need Sasuke's next weapon in order to be able to get it. I think that was pointless, other than to get money. In fact, yeah, going up there is mainly just to get Elephant. Well, now that the music has changed, I think I'm going to cut the video here, and when we come back, we will continue exploring the Festival Temple Castle. I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?